All right, what's going on, everybody? Long time no see. Um, it really ain't nothing going on in this sector. Like the sector is dead. Um, to be honest, the sector is truly dead. Like we're not gonna sit over here and talk about people vacations that got like what 4 months to go. I know all they talk about nestcation and they try to sit up here and play an elimination, but like that was what February. Like, come on! I'm glad we're not entertaining that. I'm really glad we're not entertaining that. Whatever that whole situation. Like, and then like I even said before, you paying for people to be your friend. Like those people, like we not going unless we get paid, unless we get flued out. What? Like that's weird. But anyway, let's talk about what's going on in the real world. So gold, y'all. Gold is soaring. Gold is flying. What's up, Detach Myself? How you doing? Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. What's up, Auntie Donna, baby? How you doing? What's up, Philly T? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. And life is treating y'all well. Thank y'all for being here. And we're not involved in that fool la la that's going on over there, child. Anyway. But gold is soaring. Gold is soaring because the dollar, like somebody said, the dollar is trash. What's up, Gerald Bell? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Um, the dollar, what did it say? Cash is trash right now. So everybody flocking to the dollar because I guess internationally that's seen as a more stable coin, or I say coin, but stable form of currency. So y'all check into that because right now they're about to cut the interest rate. They were supposed to release that job report on Friday. They delayed that bad boy. And knowing the Trump's personality, if that was a good job report, he would have released it, right? But he know that report is bad, and I'm surprised it ain't been leaked out yet. But yeah, so the other thing is they saying those government employees have been furloughed due to the government shutdown. They might not get paid because there was a I don't know what they call it, some kind of legislation that was passed in the last time Trump was in office, and he signed it saying that they were supposed to get back pay in 2019. They signed it, and now he said, "Well, we don't know if they're gonna get back. They're gonna get back pay." I was like, "What?" So those people are freaking out. But they said key date is October 15th because that's when the military, if you're in the military, that's when you're supposed to receive your payment. So I guess they're like, well, that's definitely a shutdown is definitely going to have to stop on October 15th because that's our military not getting paid. So that means they can't pay their mortgage. That means they can't pay their car payment. That means they can't pay for nothing. You know, pretty much they're going to be hit. Now, they did say they might give them a special provision where, you know, they still get paid, but other people in the government don't. I was like, wow. But did y'all not know that those in the government, like the government, the legislators and the senators and all them, they still get paid throughout the government shutdown. So that's crazy. So it's a lot going on, y'all. It's a lot going on. Let me see. Gerald Bell say you are welcome. Thank you for being the host. Thank you. So yeah, that's it's a lot going on. And if you know who Mark Sanchez is, Mark Sanchez used to be like the star quarterback for USC. Somehow he got into a fight where he got stabbed. I don't know. He stabbed up some dude. Now, mind you, he was supposed to broadcast, I guess, this past Sunday for the NFL. I think on CBS. I'm not sure. But how you get into an altercation with somebody and stab him up? I don't know. But apparently, the guy that got stabbed, he got a long track record. But they saying that Mark Sanchez might be the one going to jail. I was like, what? I was like, damn, it's a lot going on. Diddy got released. But see, what messed up Diddy was they said it got leaked that Diddy had plans to do some lucrative speaking engagement on October 6th. So they showed the court that Mr. Diddy here got plans already before he released to do speaking engagements and stuff like that. So I think maybe that might have played into the judge's decision to give him 4 years rather than to release him. I'm like, damn, Diddy, you that like bold with it? You that bold? I would have been like, wait, we ain't doing nothing because I would not want that to get back out to them. But apparently, he has speaking engagements already lined up. He got 4 years. Did he gonna do four? I say he gonna do 2.5. maybe less. I don't think he's gonna do no for him. So, but it could have been worse. He could be sitting over there with R. Kelly. So, give to the rich and take from the poor, child. I know. I know about it's sad. It's sad. Philly T, it really is sad. Because I had to sit back and think about the way of the world. And I'm like, damn, the way of the world don't have to be the way it is. Meaning like, a price of that ain't gotta be that. A price of that ain't gotta be that. It's just dictated by certain situations and circumstances. Right? A price of a home ain't gotta be that. But man has pushed it up that so. And then on top of that, that's fine if the price of that is that. But in the meantime, you pushing out people who need a place to live. And people becoming homeless. I was just like, damn, it's like, it's like, this is crazy. It's sad. We're the richest nation in the world, and we intentionally making people homeless for profit. For profit. That's insane. And the profit is going to somebody who don't need it. The profit is going to somebody who already got money, don't know what to do with the money, but want to buy a more luxurious boat or a better, a faster, more expensive car because they already got six of them. It's like it's crazy. And taking it to a religious element, like we got to think about what happens when you get to the pearly gates. Like, let's say if I'm a developer and I push out all these people who, moderate income, but I push them out because I can buy up, buy up the land, buy up everything, buy everybody out. Pay the people on the city council to put up something, uh, you know, with more occupancy but higher. And then those people that I pushed out, oh well, they out on the street or living in their car. That's some messed up stuff. What's up, your pleasure 721? That's kind of messed up to me. And I wish that we as I don't hear about, well, I'm sure it goes on in other places. What's up, Brixton babe? Maybe you could tell us if they doing that in the UK. But it's to me like we ain't got no soul. We ain't got no soul at all when it comes to business. Oh, you pull. Oh well, that's your fault. You pull. That's your fault. You pull. Too bad. So sad. You gotta see me on the street. Oh well. Like what? It's just weird. Like we don't got a conscience. You know. The test is his 1.5 year time served. Yeah, but still, that's 2.5 years. He got to sit there. Billy T says that was why the judge says he was not reformed. Yep. That's what you. Now it could not be. It could be his business agent, his business partner. But at the end of the day, that's terrible planning for whoever did that. A lack of consciousness or reality about the moment. What's up, Dr. Soapy? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Hope you're doing well. What's up, MVP Ashley girl? I hear your name all over the streets. I hear your name all over the streets with the beach situation, but that's what I don't know what was said. I just heard somebody trying to say certain things weren't that situation, but it is what it is. Whatever. It is what it is. What else I want to talk about? So regarding the real world, y'all just be careful because I'm gonna tell you the situation and such as that happened in the occupational setting. So it was this man, he got this job. I think came in as a manager, and then he moved up, he moved up, he moved up, he moved up. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, damn, I guess, opportunity, is setting him right. You know what I mean? He came in, he sees the opportunity. Um, but I felt he was kind of sneaky. Like in my I felt he was kind of sneaking out. He said he went to church and all that. I said, oh, well, I said, look at God blessing him. But this is a story about how you should not be looking at other people. Don't look at other people's yard. Look at your own yard because you don't never know what's going to happen to the yard and you don't know what's under the grass in the yard. Okay? So I'm sitting there and I'm like, I don't care. I'm like, whatever, right? He kind of got jealous of me because he thought I was coming for position or something like that. I'm like, I ain't coming for the position. Just because I look good don't mean I look good for that position. Like, so I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, whatever. So I'm thinking, I'm like, okay. I said, oh, okay, I see he moved, a couple vacancies opened up. And then he moved into him, right? Then today they tell me, oh, he got fired. I was like, what? I was like, what? I was like, damn. But I said, you know what? I said, that's why you should never worry about how fast somebody progressing, the rate in which they progressing, because you don't know what's going to befall them. And I said, damn, I said that's effed up because he's just, he on the verge of having a baby, or his wife is pregnant. And I was like, damn. Now I said, maybe God may have set him on a different path or whatever, but I'm like, damn. It's better to determine your own road than someone determine the road that you put on. But I said, I said my intuition wasn't too wrong because, like I said, I do feel he was kind of sneaky in some regards and some other stuff, but whatever. So I just say all that to say, you never know what may happen to somebody who stop envying and trying to be in their position. Um, on that note, I want to say, y'all, if y'all got a job, hold on to it for dear life. Cause child, we don't know what's going on in this going to happen on this economy and stuff. Like, we do not know. Like, listen, if you are like, you could be the motherfucking VP. They don't care. If AI could do your job, they gonna get AI to do your job, especially if you're making bank. If you're making 500K, 250K, it used to be, oh, well, they a big wig. They can't, no, they looking at you first. They ain't looking at the peons that making that little bit of money. They looking at the big wigs. They're like, oh no, we could cost cut here. Oh, let's take him out. Like, that's how I feel like, honestly, that's how they're looking right now. So if you got a job, hold on to it, do what you need to do. Need to be stress free. Like your name says. Did you hear that the current administration is to Argentina $20 billion to bail out the economy? I believe it. I believe it. I believe it. It's a lot of shenanigans going on. I believe it. I believe it, but you got to understand what we get in return. So we must be getting something in return. So Bristol Bay says neither be, yes, the Argentinians sold billions of dollars in soybeans to China. Oh, that's why. China usually spends that money with America. The current administration are not fit for office. Mm, yep. Yeah. So you know what? That's a good point. Nita B and Bristol Bay. They thought that whole tariff situation would have been reconciled by now. Right? So, China may be playing chess and say, okay, we used to do business with you. Now we can go find somebody else. Since you're not playing playing fair. So it's a lot of stuff going on. And like I said, Christmas is coming up. And I told you about that man I was watching his broadcast. He said, the ports are empty. The ports are empty. And I'm like, damn. So coming up on Christmas, it may not be no Christmas. And remember when Trump said, oh, instead of $10, your child may get $1. I was like, what the hell? Which might be true. Instead of $10, your child may be only getting $1 because it'd be so damn expensive, right? And some of these companies are not paying that tariff. They're not going to pay. They're like, no, wait a minute. We're going to just wait. We're going to have this stuff sit on the boat, and we're going to see if they get this shit rectified. That's what I feel. That's what I feel. Like, there's a lot of stuff coming around Christmas time. If y'all got an Xbox, they said the Xbox is going up astronomically for some reason. Xbox, I forgot why. But that's going up. So it's a lot of stuff that's gonna be expensive. Like that coming up for China gonna be expensive because they're like, no, we're not paying. And they still have not gotten that tariff situation straight yet. They still have not gotten it straight. So we'll see. This man don't even know what he's doing, y'all. This man giving out stimulus to farmers because they've been affected by, like we said, the soybeans. He been affected by. He messed them up unintentionally. He thought he had so much clout that everybody was going to cave to him, but that's not, that hasn't worked out. So we'll see. It's going to get dire, y'all. It's going to really get dire, and the AI is propping up the market right now. But look at the companies like that you get discretionary stuff from, like the restaurants. Like I told y'all, Darton restaurants. They said we don't see the people coming in like we used to. So those companies will get hit first. The Lululemons, the Darden. I feel like the Nike, those discretionary companies where you could decide whether or not you could buy or not to buy are going to get hit. Walmart, I feel like they're going to still be strong, but they're not going to make as much profit. Why? Because the cost of goods is going to go up. So just pay attention to those. Those companies are the ones that first to fail, and then the other big giants fall, right? Because they saying this mirrors 2007. Everything is astronomically high, astronomically high, astronomically high. And AI, but what? AI take your job. AI is not going to buy no Nike shoes. AI is not going to buy no tights. It's nothing like that. AI is not going to do that. So that's going to hurt these companies that depend on people coming in or buying stuff and stuff like that. And I don't think they took that into account because there's going to be a certain segment of the population who is not going to be able to work. So what they going to do? Create anarchy? Like, hello? But yeah, so that's my thoughts on that. Um, Let me talk about the real. Anything else I want to talk about the real world situation news? It's a lot going on. It's a lot of weird stuff going on. To be honest, like when I say weird stuff, it's just like the people doing stupid stuff, like just dumb stuff. But Taylor Swift, Taylor Swift. Nah, I didn't listen to the girl album. I listened to clips of the album. I'm like, I don't understand. Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Now I understand she got this hoopla because she married to Travis Kelsey, and she engaged to him. But Taylor Swift, I don't. I think a lot of media outlets are kissing Taylor Swift's ass because they understand how powerful she is, right? Because Taylor Swift went on this whole media tour and all around the world and all this stuff, and I feel like people are kissing her butt. But I will say as a disclaimer, I have not listened to her songs from beginning to end, but from the clips that I have heard, I'm like, oh, that's not a bop. That's not a bop. That's not a hit. That's not any other artist, whether it be Bad Bunny or Beyonce or Sexy Red or whoever. What's that girl name? White girl. I forget her name, but even you see somebody got a bop. You know, you say, okay, I get that, but she ain't got no bop. I don't feel like it's a forced bop. Really, for real, for real. And they talking about the people that she dissed on her song. I'm like, that ain't no diss. That's a similarity. That's an analogy. That's not a diss. Oh my god. Anyway. So, oh Lord, Bristol says I don't get her either. She's mediocre at best. Listen, I said I don't go listen to her because I got I'm fair in my assessment, but I'm like, damn, I ain't got the time. But I will probably try to play a couple of songs. If I can't get through it, I can't get through it. But it's just not seeming right to me. It's just like, okay, it's a bop. So also she's aging out of what she's selling. Her niche is love torn YT girl. She's 35 and about to be married. Well, hopefully they will follow her. Hopefully they'll follow her. Hold on. Yeah, hopefully they'll follow her. So let's see. Yeah. Hold on one second, y'all. Hold on one second. What's up, Cheryl? How you doing? Good to see you. Do you know if Taylor Swift is MAGA? I don't know. I don't know. I can't say. I think she's wise not to publicly declare it, though, right? I mean, that's not a that's not a race you could win. I mean, did I say that right? I don't think that's a race you could win, right? Even if she said she is, or if she didn't, I think it's best to keep it on mute. It had nothing to do with the music, right? Unless she started making MAGA songs, I don't know. Did you hear that the current administration is sending ICE agents to the Super Bowl to make sure arrest because he is a? Oh, I believe it. I believe it. And I told you about my theory about that. I said Jay-Z is doing that intentionally. After Jay-Z know damn well that the Super Bowl is an American sports entertainment show. No offense to you, Bad Bunny, but Bad Bunny don't even have America in his damn middle of his tour. He don't have America in the middle of his tour because he didn't want ICE agents targeting his show. So I feel like Jay-Z, you know what the hell you were doing. You sitting up there punking the NFL. Then on top of that, like what? Like like I said, imagine the Super Bowl. Ain't nobody gonna know what Bad Bunny is saying. So yeah, that's deep because he knows that if Trump does that to the NFL, it's gonna be war between the NFL and the Trump administration. So he's trying to play chess too. He's trying to play chess. So I see that the long way. He wants them to. It is in no way. It's a no-win situation for either party. If Trump forces the NFL to change the halftime performer, then that's going to be unprecedented. Then if the NFL forced Jay-Z to change the halftime performer, that's going to be unprecedented, right? If Ice shows up, that's going to be unprecedented. So it's going to be crazy. I have not heard of Bad Bunny until he was on Saturday Night Live last week. I guess Lauren Michaels supports him. Who that? I don't know who Lauren. Oh, I know who Lauren. I guess that's one of those what do they call them? Cast people on the show. Sorry, I just don't watch. I don't watch Saturday Night Live. Yeah, so they really trying to do a media blitz with that, which is it's like crazy. I wonder how American artists feel if they feel they've been slighted. Like who they should have up there is Doce. Doce, I think, could carry the whole damn Super Bowl show. Even though people may not know who she is, I think they will know who she is after that night because she could bring the energy. I feel she could bring the energy. The thing is, does she have enough hits to do so? So I think Doce should be up there. What about Doce? Doce should be up there. That's how I feel. You know, Jay-Z is a sellout. I think Jay-Z is trying to get paid back. That's what I feel. But they had J-Lo and Shakira, and no one was complaining. But J-Lo and Shakira, they got music in English though. That's wild. Okay. All right, I got a couple more minutes. Let me get into this beef sector stuff real quick. It listen, I'm not talking. Listen, I'm tired of Lemon. I'm tired of that bullshit trip. I'm tired of like Nest Case. Okay, cool. I understand that. They not Nest is not throwing that shit in our face like they doing that bullshit limitation shit. It was sad, and then they gonna sit up there and say, and Lolo said $80 was a lot of fucking money. So I did not hear that. When I heard the recap that what happened with Lolo and she was pressed up there to drop Krista, and they up there, she like, I gotta do it. It's a lot of money. Boy, girl, when I heard eight, I said, oh shit, they got $800. And she said 80. I was like, oh, I'm like, girl, $80. $80. I was like, Lolo, you hurting that bad? But hey, everybody got different bills, everybody a different way of life. But $80. Lemon could have gave you that, girl. I mean, I about to say 800. I would have dropped you too, girl. But that wasn't the case. That wasn't the case. I would have dropped you with the quickness, Krista. Sorry about the Goro code and sisterhood. I'll give you 200 on the back end to make up for that. But $80, you can't even buy a chicken wing with no damn $80. Okay, so yeah, so that's whatever. It's just and then, like I said, the sad part is he had to pay for their trips. Like, what? That's crazy. Listen, I'm not knocking that April Reigns. 80 can be a lot of money when you are $80 from having your life. I understand that. But April Reigns, from what I'm saying, when you sitting up there, I know he gave it, but the drama behind it, it's just like, what? Listen. All the money that's thrown on this application around, people getting 250, 300 to draw somebody. You bowed out for 80. I was like, damn. You know what I mean? That's just me. That's just me. That's just me. Um, yeah. So that's the whole case and all that other stuff, whatever. And that's case. I hope Brian does not kill himself going on this trip. The reason I say it is I hope he don't get on no plane and then have issues with blood clots and all that just to prove people wrong. Whew. Anyway, let it happen when it's supposed to happen. You said $80 is enough if you ain't got it. I'm not knocking it, but what I'm saying from a storyline perspective, when we see people get hundreds on top of hundreds for dropping them and matching it and all that, and for Lolo to just her reaction, that's a lot of money. What's up, Hopolina? That's a lot of money. Listen, in order for YouTube to send us a check, we gotta reach $100 threshold. So you know what I mean? So when somebody say a lot of money, we like $100. We gotta make it to 100, but $80, like you know what I mean? It's like that's not a lot of money. Like from like the way she was acting, like it ain't a lot. What's up, Robert Love? Okay, let me get to this last point. Now, and I got to go. Jay Wilson. Jay Wilson. Listen, y'all. This man is getting. He said he got, what do you call it? Face wound. Okay, he got a face wound to make himself look younger. He is stuck. He wants to be younger. He'll say, I ain't got no. I'm Gen Z. Y'all millennials and all that. Got issues. No, the man is scared of aging. He getting everything stuck in his face to preserve his youth. Now, mind you, I had to sit back and say, you weren't motivated to lose weight. You weren't motivated to preserve your face in time for Mark or nothing. But homecoming, what got you doing everything. Homecoming got you stop eating, got you moderating when you eat, got you sitting up here taking deep discounts from people to stick experimental liquid in your face, all that stuff, so that you could lose weight. And I'm like, wow, for homecoming. Not even Mark could do that, but homecoming could. And now, while you want to sit up there and low key threaten Honest Row, Jay Wilson, don't you think some of the people that over there in Norfolk State see your shenanigans online and know of your shenanigans? I don't think Jay Wilson is taking that into account because he's trying to put on airs as if he's bad and bougie and sophisticated. But he don't understand that. You don't know them people at Norfolk State alumni over there are aware of your antics. I'm just saying, because he was definitely threatening Honest Row. And I think he's failed to take that into account because he's doing all this to impress those at Norfolk State. And the question is, will he be able to sustain and maintain once homecoming is over with? Now, this is the crazy part. He sits up there and looks down on those who have air conditions hanging outside their home. He said, "Oh, I can't do that. I can't. Ooh, them air conditioners. I can't do that." But yet, this is the man who grew up in a trailer park. A trailer park. Now thinks he reached in life where he could look down on those who don't have central air. I was like, wow. I was like, that's unbelievable. Oh, that's undamn believable. Unbelievable. And then I wonder really, but the title is Jay Wilson is bad for black business. And the reason why Jay Wilson is bad for black business because he's like all most people who got friends who own a black business. He want a deep discount. And that's what happened. His friends, whoever got the whatever, got these dermatology business, and he wanted a deep discount. So therefore, they stuck him with some unknown fluid up in his face to get those speed bumps out of his face. But then he got another. I got options. I got options. But why wasn't that you sought the option to pay those people what they were worth? Why you didn't seek the option to pay them full price instead of seeking a deep discount and knowing that they are a black business that are trying to maintain? Now they got to sit up there when they do their taxes and look at you as a loss on their damn balance sheet because they done gave you a deep discount, but you got options. No, options are when you can pay market value or more than market value. Not have the option to beg. Oh, they were a good friend. They were a good friend of mine. That don't mean you're supposed to support your friend business. And that's why I say you bad for black business because you want to get a deep discount, which is hurting their bottom line at the end of the day. Because that's the hallmark of a good friendship to you is if you can get a deep discount. Not go deep in your wallet and give them market value and a tip. Okay? Shame on you, Jay Wilson. Shame on you. That's terrible. And then you had the nerve to go back and say, "Well, I'm gonna get me more treatment. Not more treatment at full price, but at a deep discount." Uh, the nerve. And then Philly T, he had the nerve to talk about, "Oh, I'm going to a Spurs game." Do you know anything about basketball? Do you know any? He couldn't tell you. He said, "Oh, they whooped them. They whooped them good." He couldn't tell you, "Oh, they whooped Dallas. Oh, they whooped New Orleans. Oh, they whooped Phoenix." He's like, "Oh, they whooped them good. Oh, they laid it on them." This is not a bed. They're not laying nothing on nobody. What are you talking about? Oh, they laid it on them. Anyway. Hey, well, SK, you know Jay Wilson, he's bigger than the program. Literally and figuratively, Nick Jackson. Yeah, the tickets, thank you, Nicky. So I got 4. He had 4 tickets. I'm like, how this Negro get 4 tickets? I wanted to know. Oh, and then the people we gave them to, they're a couple, and they usually have tickets all the time, and we decided to get. So you were treating season ticket holders who didn't have tickets. Okay, okay, all right. I believe it when I see it. Okay, all right. I believe it when I see it. He treated season ticket holders that didn't have tickets. I know he was happy. I know he was happy. But anyway, yeah. Jay Wilson, child. Listen, stay tuned for part 2, post homecoming, and see how fat he get. See how enormous he gonna be sitting up there joining Brian, walking around the damn track. Okay, because he ain't gonna have no motivation to lose the weight no more. He ain't gonna have no homecoming. Homecoming gonna be over with. Where he gonna celebrate? Oh, anyway, that's all I got to say. Mm-mm. And he sound like a little toddler. That's my show, damn it! It's my show, damn it! If you don't like it, then get out of here, damn it! I'm like, ooh. Yeah, he will be eating up everything. Oh, did y'all see? Oh, this popcorn is expensive. Oh, oh no, this popcorn is. I was like, damn, nigga, don't you know when you go to a stadium, you gonna at least be paying $15 for a popcorn, $20 for a pizza, not Pizarro, but pizza. And I'm like, damn, you don't go nowhere. You just broke. You broke. Like 50, popcorn got you shook. Popcorn got you shook. Popcorn got you shook. For real, popcorn got you shook. Oh, this popcorn. Oh, this popcorn is expensive. Then what you say? You don't need to go. You don't need to go. Just like a vacation. You can't afford it, don't go. You go to a basketball game in an arena expecting Pop Warner prices. The nerve. Also, with the holidays coming up, his eating will be on triple. Oh, for sure. He can't put nothing down. I'm so full. I'm so full. Yeah, but you had to take Moderna or Wegovy to make you full. Feel full. They'll say full to make you feel full. You couldn't do that on your own. Anyway, please keep Pastor keeps up, and we're gonna have RY get Jesus online and tell on you, Pastor. They might tell at homecoming shit. That's what I'm saying. He's going to homecoming as if he's squeaky clean. And I'm like, you ain't going to tell me, as ubiquitous as YouTube is, ain't nobody done found you. Ain't nobody, and much you talk about Norfolk State and the power of the algorithm, you don't think nobody done recommended your face over there to that page? What's this? Ooh, do Jesus. I can't wait to meet Jay Wilson and say, do Jesus to him. The girls are not well. The girls are not well. I can't wait to say that to Jay Wilson. Don't you think people are waiting to tell you that in your face at homecoming? Do Jesus. The girls are not well. Ain't no friends on YouTube. We all 1099. And you can tell that man hurt. Whatever went down at that damn San Antonio event, he hurt. He hurt. He is so hurt. That man hurt. He went there hoping to make friends and good Judies, and everybody turned on his ass. He hurt. You can always say, I learned there ain't no friends on YouTube. We just 1099. He hurt. Because whatever, Five Baby betrayed him. He's still hurting from that. You could tell every time we talk about it that he felt like he really had friends, that he could really have friends on YouTube. And from that event, unfortunately, he learned from that. And now he's just like broken. I remember when he used to scarf down a large piece and a side of wings in one set. Don't lie. Probably still do. You mean he gonna say do fried chicken? We might say do Jesus. What else he gonna say? But yeah, but y'all gotta get going. Y'all have a good one. Sorry to end this so abruptly, but I got to go. But my time away was long overdue, so I appreciate all those in the platinum chat, keeping it alive. What you say, Ashley? I think Ashley put a comment. I can't believe homecoming is such a big. I know, Ashley. I was saying the same thing. The excitement he have is what these little teens, these preteens, and these teens be having. You know, they be ready. Ooh, I can't wait for homecoming. Yay! Michael Vick. Michael Vick. Michael Vick. Yeah, them tickets expensive. $50. Oh, them tickets expensive. Did you get your tickets? Did you get your tickets, Ralph? Did you get your tickets, Ralph? Oh, they expensive. Now, when you say expensive, I'm thinking like, okay, 150 to $250. $50 less than what Lolo got. Maybe you know what? Maybe I'm a little bit jaded. $80 is big to Lolo, and $50 is big to Jay Wilson. Oh no, child, I don't know. Anyway, I got to go. If y'all want to, feel free to send a just a dollar sign something. I may be back a little bit later, but I got a long night. All right, y'all. Take care. Bye, y'all. Ooh, child.